Hey everybody, it's Terry Crews, and along with me, I have Craig on the other side of it for tonight's game. It's the first night to see this rematch of the rivalry. Tonight's big matchup is we got the New York Rangers, and they're facing against the Washington Capitals here at Capital One Arena. And tonight's starting goaltenders is Igor Shesterkin and Logan Thompson on the other hand. These two matchups are ready to be battling on the Friends, but there may not be only one thing to have it all with Alex Ovechkin and Adam Fox. These are tonight's starting plays, and they ever done to cooperate this, as the Capitals are the first seed and the New York Rangers are the 8th seed. They're always played for last place, but the underdog team might be a questionary if they move on to the next round. The only thing that we may have to see this is that they're starting to get a lot of piece of things in the frame to get a lot of big action. So therefore, we get started off with some X-Factor players for the visiting team of the New York Rangers. To start off here, we have is Igor Shesterkin. It's a post-to-post blank. Miraculous. Agility crease saves. Along with Adam Fox, he has an ascended pass, a tape-to-tape zones, and has that powerful strengths. With Vincent Trocheck, he only makes the face-off draw with the quick draw release and no contest zone. For Mika Zibanejad, he has a quick release and a tape-to-tape zones. Then it's JT Miller, on the other hand, as a spark plug, who has the pressure and speed boosting hits. No contest zones would ever do anything with the battle strength. Alexis Lafreniere with the tape-to-tape and the ankle breaker. Then it's Will Cooley with the quick release and unstoppable force. And Matt Rempe with the Trelensis destructive shoulder checks. This is one of the hugest to take on with a defensive effort on again. Now let's go over to the other side of it. As for now, Washington Capitals has one big off play. Alex Ovechkin has one of the 1T's powerful, accurate one-timers, and the pressure only makes it sense with the unstoppable but powerful reverse skins. With Dylan Strome, he has ascended pass and a tape-to-tape zones. Logan Thompson is a starting goaltender with a recharge. Tom Wilson with the Trelensis and a spark plug. Jacob Chikrin with no contest and a warrior zone. Pierre-Luc Dubois with the tape-to-tape and the quick pick. He makes it effortless in the interceptions and pickup plays. Along with that one, it's Alexei Protas with the quick release and the tape-to-tape zones to have that precise and powerful passes. Then across from here is Connor McMichael with the tape-to-tape and a big temper. And finally, we have is Ryan Leonard with a spark plug and a boosting hits. So therefore, that is it for the starting players. We'll see what takes in for tonight's game. And now, standing by, I have my big commentaries for tonight. Son of Beast, along with the other crews, with pen and pencil, and for the center ice is Sticker. That will be joining us here in the center box for tonight's game. Now get ready for the rematch. Caps and Rangers are ready to be set here on NHL in regular season tournament on EA Sports. And for the intermissions, I give another new warm welcome to have it all, and a change-off doesn't mean they have it again, as Nickel will be joining us in, and along with the others, will be across with Roy Cruz. We'll see you all folks here later here for the post-game show, and we'll see what happens, what it takes. Enjoy the game, everyone. The big night here at Capital One Arena, and we are ready to prepare for the puck drop. The rivalry between the Rangers and the Caps in the tournament begins now. Hey everybody, I am Son of Beast, and I'm here with my broadcast partners along with pen, pencil, and third and the center ice, Sticker. This is NHL in regular season tournament. Starting goaltenders right in the range between the New York Rangers is Igor Shesterkin, and for the Capitals, we have it across is Logan Thompson. After a big save by Igor Shesterkin, he has that one across here as Bubeller will now find it over to Strome. Strome finds a backhander, another big save on opportunity by Igor Shesterkin, and here's Gavrikov for the first chance for the New York Rangers. Sends it the other way, now finding Perrault. Perrault fires that shot. Big save by Thompson. And St. Dean has it over to Strome. Strome will start off for the Washington Capitals the other way. Alex Ovechkin watching it outside of it. He takes a shot, and the block being made is on Adam Fox. Alexis off in the air. We'll send it over to Adam Fox. The other way now finds over to Zibanejad. Here's Zibanejad the other way for the New York Rangers. Able to get around the board. That one is broken it up. Adam Fox all on the wall. Rebounded by Chikrin as the Capitals will change it the other way. McMichael will start it off from here, and there's Gavrikov. He will have it over to Fox. McMichael takes it away with a shot. Save made by Shesterkin. Easy save does so as this one stops in play with only 17:15 remaining in the first period. You gotta see this to see what happens to Igor Shesterkin. A wonderful big save happens to be just like that. It's been perfect enough here for it, but that one gets really close. And this was 98. That was really tricky, and he really had to stop that one right away. I know. I seen that one with the big save, but you cannot really mess up on the New York Rangers defender who really had that great save. Roy with the shot when the blocking effort is now Protas with the rebound for the Washington Capitals. Pat save, rebound, and trying to battle for the scrubbing puck near the crease, but this one is down away as Shesterkin holds it in. So far, a lot of things happen to be concerned of. The Washington Capitals are the better favorite than over the New York Rangers to have that one beating it up in the regular season tournament. But this might be only one thing that the Capitals are really trying to shush them down. And the only thing that happens with is how they played it, and they definitely made it all the way to the conference finals to face against the Florida Panthers, but fell short in that game routine. Then here's another change up. That's for the Capitals. We'll see how well they do in the regular season tournament against the New York Rangers in the first round. Schneider finds Borgen. Borgen shot off the glove and over the net. Rebounded by Verhevery. We'll pull it the other way with the shot. It is blocked up in front and rebound by Sherry. Schneider fires it. Big save by Thompson. Thompson's really able to have this one. Huge save off the impact. He really would have seen how he could definitely handle it off. Will Borgen now finds it over to Parsonen. Parsonen will find it over to Connor Sherry. He will have it to JT Miller. JT Miller in zone. Blocker save by Thompson. Rebounded by the Capitals. Alexei Protas for the Capitals in the Ranger territory. With the fire shot off of Tom Wilson. And off the stick, it goes right back to Parsonen. And a rebound by the Rangers. New York back the other way as JT Miller slides the cut and a shot. That one is stopped on Roy. Sherry goes right over to the blue line. Fox goes to Gavrikov with the big hit by a spark plug, and that's Tom Wilson. He's all alone. Pass to Boomiller. Shot save made by Shesterkin. JT Miller will have it to Gavrikov. Already past 5-minute mark in the first period as Adam Fox will try to take a swing and save made by Logan Thompson. The other hand is really Saturday night that he was really concerning it. He's been playing it so well. You have to see this when you play for him. Nothing really understands how the Capitals are getting a lot of concerns, but that's a big question for the New York Rangers, whether they have their first goal or denied. Fox shot saved by Thompson. He'll stop that in play with only 14:19 remaining in the first period, and they'll be ready to take another puck drop. Just look at how you're seeing things here. For Tom Wilson, he was really make that one slamming on Adam Fox with the big knockdown. That is a great play to have that one sparking the effort, to have that one knocking down. Capitals wins the draw as here's Sandin. Have that dip it over to Ryan Leonard. Sorted the other way, and now the New York Rangers are on defense. McMichael on offense for the Capitals. McMichael. Save made by Shesterkin. And Shesterkin will hold it here with only 12:48 to go in the first period. You know, I have to say about this one here a bit, because every team doesn't really matter with that. Sometimes away teams can only win, and sometimes their home teams can win over the Capitals. I mean, if you ever recall this for the Rilo Week, that is a lot of enforcement. You have to really do understand it, because they've really been smacking it all over it in the range between the bottom to the top. They really are sure enough that they can definitely be the underdog to try to flip for the first goal. But for the Capitals, I bet this is going to be a great one to change. Ryan Leonard not finding Desorted. Sorted shot on the chance play. Blocked it up, and it's Cartier. The other way for the Rangers. Rangers back in strength in numbers, and a fire shot off the glove on Logan Thompson, and rebounded by Connor McMichael. Capitals the other way in the Rangers territory. Frank, with the speeding room, does not have the right choice to have that one with the first goal. Here's Chikron. Chikron shoots, and it's taken away by Iorio. Edstrom with the rebound. Behind the net is Frank. Frank took it smack down. No penalty on New York Rangers. Edstrom, Lapierre taking over. Roy, chance in front, and rebounded by Chikron. Dubois, right toward again. That one has tipped it up, and Iorio the other way. Lapierre takes it away with the shot chance. Robertson with the rebound, and the Rangers will have another New York clearing chances. Edstrom in middle. Glove save by Thompson. Thompson will hold things in with under a midway mark in the first period, and they're ready for the puck drop. Well, as you can see what happens with this, I mean, the Logan Thompson was a great one to make that save. I know it just flings off the puck a bit from the glove, but that's a lot of recharging. You know, I've seen so much of it, and that is pretty much how clever that it was. Changing it alternately for Thompson, I mean, that's one-time effort. You just have to give that one a gloving, snapping effort. And now I will send it over to the center ice, and this time it's Sticker for the start-off player for Logan Thompson. Well, thanks, folks. As you can see about Logan Thompson, he is starting it off with some hugeness on the tape. The recharging was a great one to start off for the Washington Capitals. He's really starting to show how he's making of this prophecy, and he's really trying to show that often. One-timer takes it only ways for nothing, but as for Logan Thompson with Alex Ovechkin, it's a great way to have that one recharging and get back in the game. He really has a lot of rehydration to get right into this, and with a lot of creasing saves, it's a great way to have it carried. I'll be looking at eyes here on Logan Thompson with a great recharging effort. Now the other way for the New York Rangers, I will have a look, is Adam Fox. Back to you, Nick Sticker. Thank you so much. And now with Adam Fox, he's really seeing things, and just a perfectionist as he has all with the tape-to-tape passes. And he's the alternative captain that he's played it for the New York Rangers. He's been out here for a long entire time, and as for playing against the Washington Capitals in the postseason, he really has a lot of advantage. He scores! The Grizzlies starts for the Caps on Detroit in a towards period. Wow, what a start have you seen this? That is Dylan Strome. He fires it across. That is a first goal right outside of it, and he works it off with a one-time effort. You see how that happens with only once? Change up for Dylan Strome, he just rips it away, and he hits a slap shot. Fire that cannon, and right into the net. Well, that is the first goal to see this. Dylan Strome got a nice nick up, and just put it right into the net. That is a one-time effort. That first entire goal happens to be Dylan Strome, and this is the first one that starts with the Capitals, and they got themselves on the board. 1-0 is the leadoff to have that one changing for opportunity. You really have to see that one to believe it. But anyways, for Adam Fox, you'll have to see how his changeoff would do for the tape-to-tape action to keep on things from going. Let's see how he can handle it up. Back to you, Centerpiece. Thank you so much. With the first goal for Dylan Strome, that starts off for the Capitals, and they are passing down 8-minute mark in the first period. Now, yeah, I believe that this is a really amazing to start off with Dylan Strome. He really would have that one with a lot of room effort. Shire the other way for the Rangers, as now here's Cartier. Flicks the wrister, and now is Chisholm the other way to Strome. Strome looks to Buveller. 7:18 to go in the first period. He finds Strome. Strome chance to make my goal. Pat saved by Shesterkin. 7 minutes remaining in the first period. And now Schneider will have it a chance to give to Shari. Shari the other way to deep the zone to pass over to JT Miller. Miller for a Clancy room. And no chance here. Logan Thompson won't save the day. And will hold the puck in with only 3:34 to go. Now with some big face-offs in the crucial, Capitals have 5 and the Rangers have 4. The bigger chance-off wasn't pretty easy enough. But it looks like the Capitals could be the next hero to take their advantage. Yeah, it's a bigger squeeze in this. I mean, you have to see this when you really believe in it. I'm pretty sure that this is a great start off for the Rangers that are knocking down, but the Capitals, they took it away from it completely out of the zone. They really wanted to start showing it off to beat down the Rangers. Lots of time left to be played in the period. Capitals with the early lead, 1-0. And Dubois wins it. We're out shot, but the big rebound stopped made by Shesterkin. Dubois fires a shot, saved by Shesterkin. 5:44 to go in the first period. They'll hold things up to get another puck drop right. A lot of energy left here, 88/85. And it looks like that is the Capitals winning their favorite. They just really have to look off from here. The wing release that goes right over to Vincent Trocheck. And here comes Vincent Trocheck the other way. Fires that snap. Save made by Logan Thompson. Gavrikov shoots it. Blocked by Protas. Tom Wilson the other way. Washington back in offense zone. Wilson swings it over to Dubois shot. Big save by Shesterkin. And back to Derek Taylor Radius the other way. Radius shoots. Save made again by Logan Thompson. Down in net, and finds Roy. Roy finds it over to Tom Wilson. 4:30 to go in the first period. Wilson had a little smackdown by Adam Fox and takes right over toward the wall. Radius now finds it over to Will Cooley the other way. Cooley shot chance play and goes back to Protas with 4 minutes remaining. Here's Alex Ovechkin. No chance on the goal. This will stop and freeze with under 4 minutes. Pretty much gets here for the Capitals. They're starting to have some knockdowns here. And the claw of it doesn't really mean it was going to be all for nothing. But for Bill Borgen and their crew, they are starting to mess things up. Yeah, they absolutely are. I mean, making the mess out of it doesn't mean it's always perfect. But whenever you do for, Logan Thompson is definitely going to have to start making appearances to change it over. It's pretty much how hard you're going to get. Because when you don't have enough room with this, the Capitals are definitely one of a stronger team. The first seed teams are best than the underdog team. It's not like NBA or any of them, but anything that's subject to change is definitely going to be different. Igor Shesterkin stops that puck with only 3:10 to go in the first period. With the first intermission coming up, I will have is Nickel to join along with Roy Cruz for the first intermission. But as we're approaching down to the final 3 minutes in the first period, this will be the next section to have the look with the first intermission status. That's going to be coming up right here after the end of the first period. McMichael, pass to Leonard. Leonard chance in front. That one is blocked up again. McMichael along the board, trying to have that loose tackles. McMichael finds Chikron. Chikron shots blocked. Rebounded up by the Caps and saved by Shesterkin. 17 over 13 shots on goal for Washington Capitals that far. And now they're ready to take another puck drop ready. Now the win for Strome. Chikron fires, save him, and it's broken the stick by Zibanejad. I'm sorry, on a Capitals player, as Strome loses the stick, and you'll have that replaced. I think that must have been deflected off of that. And I know that Dylan Strome, he's just trying to get that stick back in action. But that's really another concern. I mean, it's possibly enough to see that Dylan Strome just loses the puck once, and then definitely to stick to another one. That definitely may have been hurtful. He might have been regaining it too much of it. I mean, you may not know how that is going to happen. JT Miller back in the Caps territory for the Rangers. And the rebound here by Alex Ovechkin. Ovechkin with the unstoppable force in the Rangers territory. Here's Sandin. And he passes Chikron. Chikron shoots it wide. It goes right over to Connor Zary. Zary into the right play. Final minute of the first period. Sends it out. And this one will take control over for Washington. Here's Strome finding the Bouvelier. Bouvelier in the zone. Ovechkin fires. Save made by Shesterkin. Oh, a bangle down. Strome goes right toward the boards after JT Miller. Yeah, that's definitely where it hits. I mean, that is really going to be strong bone to the pressure. Roy finds Wilson. Wilson, the other way. For the buzz beater in front, that one is kicked away, and this country will take that out. And therefore, we end the first period. Capitals strike first in the first period with Dylan Strome with an easy, long rocket awaiting. A lot of big hits down here for the Capitals and the Rangers, but there'll be a second period when we come back after the break. You're watching the NHL Hockey of Irregular Season Tournament. Hey everyone, welcome to the first intermission of the NHL Irregular Season Tournament. I'm Nico, and I'm here with Roy Cruz on the other hand, and this was a start-off for the blast to start off for the Capitals. As you got a great in between the intermissions here, as the start-off happens to be only once, this is where that the Capitals really wanted to see that can definitely take the win over the New York Rangers. They've been one of our hopes for their life, and without the New York Rangers, it wouldn't be the day without anybody. Here's how they did after the first period. 18 over 14 shots on goal for Washington Capitals. 15 over 14 for the New York Rangers on a hit. 236 over 145 for Washington Capitals. And then 87 over 83 passing effectiveness for Washington Capitals. And 11 over 6 for the face-off wins for the Caps. Let's have the status here for the action tracker, as I will send it over to you, Roy Cruz, for the Washington Capitals. Capitals really started off great. I mean, they really have to give all their effort with the energy, and that might be why that the start off has to go with the right way of timing scrimmage. This is a big hit here, and a lot of shots on the net, and there's only one goal deep range right from the blue line. Dylan Strome definitely got that one with a great start. I mean, he's going to be a new captain if he can definitely have it all to change for the next hockey start of the season. There might be a change off here for Dylan Strome, but whatever it takes, it doesn't lead the point for Dylan Strome to start off with one goal over the New York Rangers. That might be what it takes it to have it all snatched out. I don't know how this is going to happen, but the changing for the Capitals is a great way to start. Hop over to you, Nickel, for the New York Rangers. Rangers are really starting to make that again. I mean, it's really like no other consequences, but the changing is really like impossible. The only way what I'm really noticing for is J.T. Miller. He only had one shot. But a lot of hits going to be happening to deny on this. And we got a lot of rookie players here for the New York Rangers. And definitely they're not always that good. I mean, how impossible it is may not be the easy start. Whenever this happens is the New York Rangers are definitely trying to kick up a notch. And it's not always easy when you're going to have to try to take all the effort in. That's big on chain. No shot, nothing happens. The first period is definitely a big rumble takedown on the hit. And definitely knocking away. We'll have to see about that with the second period.
Oh, all right then. Well, we'll have to see what gets into the second period, and hopefully this should be a keeps for Will.
Now let's go back over to Washington. Son of Beast, all yours. We end the first intermission, and we'll be back with you for the second intermission. Welcome back as you're ready to get started for the second period of the hockey night of the Inregular Season Tournament. Zibanejad and Ovechkin are ready to take on for the second period, and we are back to get ready for the next draw. Alright, your takes in for the first period recap for you guys about the first goal for Dylan Strome. That's 1-0 in the books. How do you see out there? I mean, I've just seen so much of it. The better energy happened to be the Capitals. So one of the favorites, it's really all they took. I mean, I was really sure enough that Dylan Strome is a great start to be. That is a fire range. You have to put it all. I gotta say it's the same thing I had to go with. Dylan Strome, he's really on the start of it. Capitals fans, they gotta love it, and they gotta see the next goal victims.
Here's a start off here for Sandin the other way with only 18:30 to go in the second period. Here's Peralta, he'll send it around. Chikron will have it the other way. And the pass over to Alex Ovechkin. Ovechkin fires the pass over again to Dubois. Here's Dubois the other way for the Capitals. Rushes in with the chance shot, he scores! Rushing right through the goaltender. Now they can 2-0 lead for the Capitals.
Well, this rushing is a bang-on play here. Pierre-Luc Dubois is seeing like, nope, I'm coming after you. That is a one-touch look. That scene, that great stride, what a quick reaction, and then Shesterkin. He doesn't really make it in there. That really misses. That one really strikes it out of a punch. You have to see what Pierre-Luc Dubois did. That is another great goal. And I haven't really seen it so much of it. Pierre-Luc Dubois is just like rolling it in. Capitals are like a 2-0 on the game. You wouldn't believe this, but you have a lot of strength of it if you're going to get it. 2-0 to score with only 2:05 time on the goal for Pierre-Luc Dubois. He has his first goal of his regular season tournament. Let's see what the Rangers have because they're striking down under 2 to have that goal. Here's Taylor Radish to find Fox. Fox shot off the blocker again by Thompson. Fox shot again, blocks. Leonard with the rebound, finds to McMichael. Strength in numbers with a 2-on-2. This wide opportunity goes right toward the wall, and Taylor Radius will send it over to Fox. Fox the other way for the Rangers. Has that one carried a backhand off the wall and around the net. Ryan Leonard the other way will have the pass over to Sordiff. Here's Sordiff in middle to find McMichael. What a blocking dive play by Taylor Radius. And Vincent Trocheck with the other way. I have never seen how that happened with that. What a big play by Taylor Radius. Remember this transfer that happens to be with the Capitals? Now, he's definitely showing it off in the Rangers how he really has to do for him. That is one tight look. Wilson move around. Lost that puck. Rebounded by Trocheck. Trocheck smacked from the boards. Rebounded up by Robertson. Robertson the other way. Try to show some answers. Robertson looks over to Aero. Aero again to Cooley. Cooley passes Trocheck on a shot. Blocker saved again by Logan Thompson. Rebounded by Radius. Radius to pass to Borgen. Borgen shoots. Glove saved by Logan Thompson. Under 15 minutes remaining in the second period. Washington Capitals trying to deny that shot. Big comparisons here for Thompson and Shesterkin. Logan Thompson is showing off with a lot of rehydration and a lot of recharging to have some huge dehydrating under the pressure. Now he's still trying to hold things on to see what gets in. LaPierre finds over to Duhamel. We haven't seen Duhamel with a chance on a goal as he finds LaPierre. That one has poked it up. Lafreniere takes it over. New York Rangers on the attack. Lafreniere shot. He scores. Alexis Lafreniere has that all alone, unassisted by the team. Well, that's battling on the strength of it. Watch what Lafreniere did. He really pushed it, and he just wants to get off of the goaltender, and he's really getting it back. That's right in there. Check out what happens to Lafreniere. That is right into the pad, and then he gets it back. That goes up and over the pad, and he scores. Wow, I've never seen how that happened with this. Only Alexis Lafreniere can only do that. Well, without Amika's advantage of seeing this, that's definitely one of the harder pressure to play with. A lot of time left in the period, though, as the Rangers got their clues on the board. 5:44 was the time on a goal for Alexis Lafreniere. And here's Alex Ovechkin. Other way for Ovechkin. Shot save by Shesterkin. And he'll hold things in with only 14:02 to go in the second period. A lot of big strengths here. Alexis Lafreniere can only do one of his tape-to-tape zones and some deeks around the answers. And they're still trying to look for a tie game for the Rangers. Sam Dean pass to Chikron. Chikron shoots it. Saved again by Shesterkin. Great stop by Alex Ovechkin. And he gets it back. Save play. Stop by Shesterkin. And rebound by Schneider. Schneider finds Lafreniere. He will deliver to Gabe Perrault. Perrault, no chance to move. Rubiller now finds it over to Sam Dean. Wow. Here's Dubois the other way, finding Chikron. Chikron fires. Save in again by Shesterkin. Fortune again to Parsons.
Alexis Lafreniere, his first goal in the game.
Rangers back in the Caps territory. Big save by Logan Thompson. Sam Dean again on Alex Ovechkin. And he's on his way to the other end. Ovechkin poked it up. Rebounded by Ovechkin. Ovechkin has it to Chikron. Chikron fires. Save made again by Shesterkin. 12:21 to go in the second period as they're still trying to have their answers to get back up by 2. 25 over 21 shots on goal for the Washington Capitals. They are really going to start to get a lot of energizing. Big save, rebound in. Oh, what a stop by Shesterkin. Leonard goes down, rebounded by Cartier. Carty can't get it out of here. And Chikron will go back in the Rangers territory. Here's Sordiff. He rings the pipe. That's off the crossbar and goes right over to JT Miller. That one was unbelievable. I would never see how he was making that shot, but that one was rings off the crossbar. You just could not believe it how you did. Robertson outside. Miller chance. Denied by Logan Thompson. Stopped by Thompson again on Sherry. And he holds things here with only 11:03 to go. Well, you have to see what the big play afterwards. Igor Shesterkin makes a great save. That one is right on the money line, and you wouldn't see that big save off of Sordiv, and then that one kicks it out with a pad. That's one heckable draw. Igor Shesterkin holding a big saves here, and it's 13/10 face-off wins for Washington Capitals. Here's another big draw on a 50-50 chance, and it goes to Sordiv with the winning bugging draw on a face-off. Sordiv looks to Leonard. Leonard in the wing. Has a pass. It's given away by Cooley, and here's Vincent Trocheck. Trocheck trying to find answers. Midway mark in the period. Fires a shot. Stopped by Logan Thompson. And kicked that pick out. Saved again by Logan Thompson. Frank the other way for the Washington Capitals. You'll find it over to Frank. Frank shot saved by Shesterkin. Another rebound chance over to Robertson. And here's Vincent Trocheck past the midway mark in the second. Trocheck finds Cooley. Cooley chance in middle. Ovechkin trying to get that unstoppable force out of the way. And Duhamel with the rebound. Yeah, I wouldn't see that Alex Ovechkin made that one deflecting it, and he would deny that effort to have that blocking. It's nose, not all. Schindler back behind the net. Ario shot saved again by Thompson. 9:06 to go in the second period, as they'll be able to have a lot of reinforcement regroup and get back on track. Tom Wilson, on the other hand, is starting to get that spark plug and some relentless hit. But the plan chance in play for Mika Zibanejad and Pierre-Luc Dubois are a matchup. Dubois wins the draw, and it's Sandin to find Protas. Protas the other way finds Dubois. Dubois shot saved by Shesterkin. Schneider trying to have the answers back the other way. Tom Wilson looks to Dubois. Save made again by Shesterkin. 8:30 to go in the second period. Took a knockdown here. Rangers, no penalty here. Zibanejad now has it again to Gabe Perreault, and the Rangers go back into Caps territory. New York on the attack. Perreault outside Schneider, hit, he scores! We are tied for 2 in Washington. Schneider with the first goal in regular season tournament. Well, that only happened to be one particular day. Not really when you mentioned, but Schneider, he gets it across and he has that one blanking the pass rate. That's point blank one to the other. And what Schneider makes, that one is right in toward the net. There is no question how that passes through by. And then what happens with Schneider, he makes that releasing back in the net. That's one goal to take that all. Rangers are tied for 2 in Washington. It's pretty much a big draw here to concern, but I have some bad feelings with this one. What do you say? I don't know. I believe that it's going to be the Capitals. They might have the answer the other way. Here comes Wilson, a save by Shesterkin. 7:38 to go in the second period, and they're ready to have another puck drop incoming. 4:17/306 time on attack for the Washington Capitals, and they're starting to have some answers out. Another win by Pierre-Luc Dubois. Chick run shot blocked. Strocks with the rebound.
New York Rangers stole his first goal of this game, first goal in regular season.
Galvakov to find Lafreniere. Lafreniere pass, broken up by Dubois.
94 Gabe Perreault, and number 93.
Pierre-Luc Dubois and answers, finding Wilson. Shot saved by Shesterkin. And here's another one for Protas. Protas. Back to Galvakov again to out of box. Change over to Zibanejad. Zibanejad finds the Lafreniere. He looks over to Perreault. Perreault in middle. Shot stopped by Thompson. 6:30 to go in the second period. Still a tie game. Still a lot of time in action here, as there is still plenty of action to get that shots on goal. 42/28. 6:30 to go in the second period. Fires a shot. Another one. Big save by Logan Thompson. His rebounds in. He scores. And therefore, it is Connor Shari, and they take the lead over the Caps. Just watch what happened with this face-off. And this draw, this face-off happens to go up high. And then this rebound really took it over. Now, Connor Jarry had just got that goal. That is right into the net. I mean, I could see what's going on with this. But then, watching this play happen to Jarry, he was right in there. And then this is off the pad and then gets a great goal. Now the Rangers have took it in front. This Spice with the better effort here. Jarry with this first goal of his NHL tournament. And they're looking to see what gets things out of the way at the big smackdown in the center ice. Here's Carty the other way. The pass to Jarry, and that one has broken it up. And right along the way in the blue line territory for the Rangers. And now they'll make a new change-up for Gavrikov to find Carty. Gavrikov pass again to Miller. Fans hating on JT Miller that time. And as Sandin will fling it out to LaPierre. Yeah, I think it's what happens with, I think most people are getting a lot of big, crucial hits here. And they are really hating on JT Miller. This is definitely where the problem is concerned.
So far, it is now a 3-2 lead for the Rangers as they're trying to look for a tie back for the Washington Capitals. The wing for Vincent Trocheck. He now finds Robertson the other way to
his first goal of the game.
Trocheck the other way for the Rangers into Washington territory. Radius moves in front. Big save on the dive play by Luke Thompson as it goes right over the wall. Now it's two-handed the other way. Breaks in front. Save by Shesterkin. He was Will Cooley. Cooley passes it over to Radish. Radish pass broken by Forevery. Forever finding to Alex Ovechkin. Trying to look for LaPierre. LaPierre. Back to Vincent Trocheck. Alex Ovechkin trying to get a little squeeze on it. Taylor Radish the other way. Now the Rangers will find it clear to Will Cooley. Flings it out. And now here's for Forever the other way for the Washington Capitals. Ovechkin finding to Tom Wilson. Wilson right into the wing. With the fire shot stop made by Shesterkin. 3:11 to go in the second period as they're still trying to have another goal back from Brown to tie it up. Not really anybody is concerning of this, but as for the New York Rangers, they're definitely the underdog team favorite, but the odd changes are definitely the bet take. Turns it over the other way. So it looks like this could be a change-off for the Capitals if they can get a win. Roy now finds McMichael. Here's another pass off to Leonard. Back on ice is Leonard. Leonard in the middle. And it's Perrault. He takes it away. That time, this will be the Rangers. Perrault finds Lafreniere. Lafreniere does the Banajaz. The Banajaz chance. Roy will stop that puck. And right again to Sordip. Here's McMichael now flying over to Leonard. Leonard back to McMichael. McMichael's shot's already blocked up by Borgen. And here's Perrault. Sordip takes it over. Under 2 minutes remaining in the second period, he'll fire that one around the net. Shesterkin hangs it on with only 1:34 to go in the second period. Rangers desperately having desperate to start up with the second period, and they definitely did. It is a 3-2 lead. Now to win for the Capitals. Chick run shot. Never saved by Shesterkin. Gavrikov finds Fox. Fox finds Perrault. Perrault and Wayne. Nearing the final 60 seconds in the second period, he will fire it again. Another block shot by Sandin. Chick run in the middle, trying to have a look at open contact and play effort. And a lot of blockness on a good blocker saved by Shesterkin. Dubois in! He scores! Wow! Now it's a tie game. He has two in tournament. Just can't get away with Pierre-Luc Dubois. Look at this play. This was a nice effort, and it goes right behind it, and it's beats by Shesterkin. When Pierre-Luc Dubois got it through, that it goes right to the behind the net, and just makes a backhand shot go in. That is another great shot in this game. Pierre-Luc Dubois is really up to something. That is a great look. Capitals and Rangers are tied for 3, just nearing the end of the second period. Chick Ward now finds Ovechkin. Ovechkin goes with the wipe down as Perrault trying to watch on Sherry. And here's JT Miller. Miller fires. Stop by Thompson. 5.5 seconds in the second period as they're ready to have another puck drop.
I was noticing Alex Ovechkin definitely took a smack from Shari, and he just makes that one unstoppable. He really has knocked somebody down with the back of his stick. Man, I mean, I never seen how it was going to get. That is definitely the one knockdown.
As they win the draw, Sandin, trick run, sends it to center ice to end the second period. Pierre-Luc Dubois has 2 goals in his game. Next one could be the leadoff between the Caps or the Rangers. Third period is coming underway when we return for hockey after these messages.
Hey everyone, welcome to the second intermission of the NHL and regular season tournament of the NHL 26. This was a tight game and in. As New York Rangers found themselves in the lead, they definitely had it coming back. But then this one was the Capitals, they tied the game again. And therefore, as the end of the second period goes by, here are the statistics. 38 over 32 shots on goal for Washington Capitals. 30 gets over 24 for the Capitals. 458 over 340 time on attack. 88 over 87 percentage. And it's 19 over 15 face-off wins for the Washington Capitals. Big action tracker here on the other side of it. They got 2 more goals to have that one up front. And only 1 goal for the Capitals as Pierre-Luc Dubois has got 2 goals in this game. This is definitely much equivalent to see if he can get 3 in a row from Alex Ovechkin or Tom Wilson or anybody. That will definitely be a change out for that. Let's have your takes in, Roy Cruz, for the Capitals as they tie that one up.
Well, the Capitals really did so much of a part of the work, and no matter is making it so much cleaner. The offense is turning out to be really well. That's where they're going to get into this, Nickel. They're trying really their best, and all the hard work dedicates it off, and that part of the goal really turned it off. For their point, it's now Pierre-Luc Dubois. He has 2 goals in this game, and as Alex Ovechkin, he's trying to help him out by Pierre-Luc Dubois and have them win. That's definitely one change off to have the hit to a shot on the other hand. This is definitely the much equivalently to have that one keeping an eyes on the prize. This is definitely what the Capitals want to do. They want to win. 50-50 chance. Now over to you there, Nickel. Nickel for New York Rangers. It's Brian Schneider has a goal. How do you see that one?
Well, it's not really like anybody who's really playing it for it. And Braden Schneider just really had it all, but he could definitely do for. Then one plays to the other. And JT Miller was definitely doing all what he can. And for Braden Schneider, he has that part of the goal. Rangers are definitely looking for the underdog win. But the Capitals really I think they're going to definitely move to the second round. And definitely try to play against the winning team on the other hand. Maybe that might be one way for that. But now you know, it's definitely going to be the end of its answer to see where it gets.
Well, the play is not for anybody there, Nickel. I mean, I bet that this third period is going to be the leadoff to see who takes it all. Let's see who goes for it.
I agree with you. I'm going to say that the Capitals are going to get it off to a lead. And what do you think of this one?
Close call. I think the New York Rangers might have some answers in there. They might win it and then move on to the second round. But as you, Nickel, Capitals, well, it's anybody's game. Let's see who takes it off with the lead.
Now back to Capital One Arena as we say goodbye to our intermission reports. And we'll see you all for the final part of the game for Nashville Predators against the Chicago Blackhawks.
Take care, guys, and enjoy the third period. This is the third period as we're about to be seeing this, but now I will send it back over to Son of Beast, and this is going to be the leadoff to see what takes in. This rival is definitely going to be all for everything, but let's see how they take. Son of Beast, back over to you.
All right, thanks, Roy. Now this one is the finish off. As for Gavrikov and the team are trying to pull it off, but Adam Fox may find the answers if there's a leadoff in. All right, I will send my over to commentators for you guys for you pen and pencil. What do you see about the second period that far? Well, this is definitely very close. I mean, Sandin's really just improving it, but he can definitely try to win it all. But the Capitals, they are just going back and forth to finish things off. I'm really super excited to see the big changes. It's not for anyone who could definitely try to make that winning for the goal, but at least if you can play it harder, you can definitely just win it all that you can. Logan Thompson's really just putting another fights to the fear, and he really could definitely just show up with some threat saves. 98% from Igor Shesterkin, and he's really on a high energy. You have to pay a lot of respect for it for Logan Thompson. Yeah, easier to say about this. It can never be down after a recharge. It's 29 saves, and he's definitely playing up a charming. He got to show it when he could definitely make the world go round. As for Logan Thompson, big saves of the game.
With the win by Pierre-Luc Dubois, this one's rebounded by Lafreniere. He'll send it over to Mika Zibanejad. Zibanejad the other way for the Rangers. Pass to Fox. Deflected off the skater on defensive traffic, and that's Roy with the rebound. Roy sets a pass over to Forevery, and Dubois skates his way down in the Rangers territory. Over and back shot. Big save again by Shesterkin.
2 goals in the game, assisted by
Taylor Radius the other way. You'll send it deep around the net.
19:29 in the second
Adam
period.
Fox with the rebound. Fox shot saved by Thompson. Roy looks to Bouviller. Bouviller in the change. Try to look for the hustle. This one tried to get the deflection into toward right by the wall, but that one goes back to Radius. Here's Roy. Around the bank pass again to Forevery. And Protas the other way. Protas in middle shot saved by Shesterkin. Protas, Roy, trying to get a lot of full pressure in for the Capitals, and a Forevery shot's blocked. Rebound by Protas. Looks to Forevery. Forevery finds Wilson in the middle of in front of it. Cannot make them work. Taylor Radius exits the zone. Radius pass broken it up. Sort it back to Roy. Roy to send deep pass to Wilson. Off to Duhamel. Duhamel's shot's blocked in front of traffic. Duhamel finding Wilson. Wilson shoots save by Shesterkin. 15-14 to go in the third period, and they'll be able to get another puck drop ready. If you're looking forward into the next part of the game, the Nashville Predators and the Blackhawks are coming up tonight, so that'll be later at 9 p.m. Be sure to get prepared for the next game. And as for this one, they will be playing against the winning team against the Calgary Flames on the other hand. Be prepared for the next part of the game, because whatever happens, happens. That's the last part of it that they're looking for. Then following along with the second round starts off with the Red Wings facing against the Columbus Blue Jackets here in Detroit. And along the other way, Kraken are facing against the Blues on the other hand. That'll be the next part of the game in the second round of the NHL Inregular season tournament on the other hand for the Final Four between the Western and Eastern Conference. And then, as the final two will bring in for the Western Conference and Eastern Conference Finals, then the championship will be both teams. You may never know how that one will change out, but that will be a better different story to see where it gets. Be prepared for the next part of the game, only on Son of Beast, and to the future home of the SOB Skater. Carson then takes a wide wing of the head. Oh, Trevor Van Riesnight had enough of this cool game. And that one will set it out of here. Will Borjan knocked him down. Here comes McMichael. Big save by Shesterkin. Alexis Lafreniere the other way for the Rangers. And it's back to Sordev. Washington back into New York territory. Sordev shoots, saved by Shesterkin. And rebound by McMichael. McMichael swings it around the net. And here's Chisholm. Outside, nearing the outside of the blue line. Chick run shot. They try to get it in, but this time Chick run scores. The arrow is way into the precinct. And therefore they now take a lead 4-3. This is a lot of big, huge crashing on the play in sight. Watch what happens with Chick run. And then it just goes right into the net. Then Igor Shesterkin can't find it, and then the puck rolls back into the net.
Now they get a lead off of the score, and then this definitely just got whacked out of the way. Yeah, I totally could see that one here. Nico Shesterkin just really missed it. It was nothing to see this. But then as Chick Runyon has made that score, only him, without anybody. That's only Chick Runyon who only has the credit to have that own goal. That's definitely how amazed that you wouldn't feel this for anything. And then the Capitals had the lead. They definitely are going to look forward into the next round. Now the win for Mika Zibanejad. He'll find Perrault. Perrault, the other way for the Rangers. Perrault find a pass. Over in front is broken by Alex Ovechkin. Finding over to Dubois. Knocked down by Fox. Fox looks to Mika Zibanejad. Under 12 minutes remaining in the third period. Zibanejad with the rush. With the swinging drive. That one cannot get to Gabe Perrault. And it's back to Alex Ovechkin. He wants to give it to Dubois for three. Saved by Shesterkin. It's two-time stop by Shesterkin. 11:20 to go in the third period. And they're ready to take another puck draw. You know, I can only see this one. The only thing about Chick Runyon, he just really has that wide enough. And that one only did this for many blank shots. I mean, I know you can definitely see this when there's Chick Runyon, he just makes that one tipping in from the net. But then he went back, and then just right into the goal line, he makes that goal count. I mean, I don't know what the officials are thinking, but the referees did say that it is a goal. I don't know who touched it right in their last, but that must be on the New York Rangers, the goaltender. That may have been a big change after that. I mean, I don't know if it is, but that's definitely one of the considerable questions. Cardi's shot's blocked. Kicked it out, now move Viller. Right into the Rangers territory. He looks it over to Dubois. Tries for another one for the shot, and another big save by Shesterkin. Viller in trouble. And Shesterkin will hold it from the cover from the post with only 10:30 to go in the third period. Plus, the event is back again here for the BFDI II Tour. If you're in New York or in Los Angeles, be fast because the tickets may sell out. Once they are sold out, it's all gone. And if you're in other locations, feel free to get your tickets here at bfdi.tv/tickets or on AnimeSociety.com, and you can find tickets here for the BFDI II 2026 Tour. And you can be the first one to watch the BFDI Teapot and the other ones in Anime Insanity 4. Rangers on attack. Big save by Logan Thompson. Alex Ovechkin finding Jacob. Pass the big way mark in the third period. Ioro. Swivels around from the net. In zone. Cooley backhander shot saved by Logan Thompson. Cooley tries for it again. Another good base dish off the mark. And now it's taken over by the Capitals. Robertson shot. That one is deflected off, and a big save by Thompson with only 8:29 to go in the third period. This is really what happens to Logan Thompson. Every time you see this, and you just really have to make sure you're really up to the eye on track. He is really onto a great start of it. Gotta show some love. Dubois wins the draw. It's given away. Oh, he just almost had a goal for Hedstrom, and that would have been the Rangers to tie it up, but that one stays out, and a save on a catch by Thompson. That was almost going to be definitely in danger. I mean, I agree. I totally agree. That's definitely one of the huge save-offs, and for Sordin, he's ready to take a lot of face-off and compet. It's complex, definitely doesn't mean for anybody, but Sordin, he really has to shave it all when he can. Connor McMichael with the swing over. Pass broken up. Sordiff got it back. Shesterkin hanging on for the puck with only 7:39 to go in the third period. Only 50/37 shots on goal for the Washington Capitals. And they're starting to look for answers in for the Rangers. And they still are trailing down by one. Will Borgen the pass. That one is given away. And back to Zibanejad shot. Big wide on the drive, and another save by Thompson. Ryan Leonard the other way for the Capitals. Leonard
chopped it off the stick, and he brooks it up, and they will have to get a replacement for the new stick for Braden Schneider. So far, we've seen a lot of great ability out there, but there's only one goal lead into the other. Washington trying to take control in the driver's seat as they're up ahead. Here's Schneider, pass to Perrault. Perrault senses Zibanejad. He fires it. That blocks it up by the Capitals defender of Martin Verhevery. And Duhamel will send it out of here. Duhamel, nowhere to find a cut motion, looking to beat the Zibanejad. New York Rangers back into offense territory to Lafreniere. Block the shot, beat it over to Perrault, and a save by Thompson. Under 6 minutes in the third period, and they are just really keeping it up again. Well, Martin Verhevery, he's just really blocking that shot, and I don't know if he's definitely going to try to keep on moving. That it's off the ankle. Oh yeah, that felt like it was going to hurt. He's definitely going to have to get out of here right away. Martin Verhevery has finished 3 periods, and unfortunately, he will not be finishing the rest of the period in the third. Yeah, it's definitely been harder to replace for him. But as for Gabe, Martin Verhevery, he's really trying to do all that he can. But therefore, he's all done. What a great job for Martin Verhevery. He's been doing really well. And it looks like he will be continuing for his next round. As the wind takes on for the Capitals, here Van Riemsdyk, he'll sub in for Martin Verhevery, and here's Chisholm the other way for the Capitals. Chisholm, thanks to Duhamel. Duhamel shot save by Shesterkin. Shesterkin's going to give everyone a break, and they will be ready to take another puck drop in New York territory. Alexei Protas having another 30 goals of his night. Still having to look for the assists in that game. With only 5:17 left to remain in the third. And Vincent Trocheck wins another draw. We're down to a final 5 minutes, presented by Discover. Radius looks to Cooley. Cooley's shot blocked up. Rebound by Fox, and it goes back to Alexei Protas. Tom Wilson the other way for the Capitals. Van Riemsdyk. Chisholm. In front, looking for protection. Number saved by Shesterkin. Here Luke Dubois with the rebound. Tom Wilson for a shot. Saved by Shesterkin. Vincent Trocheck for the New York Rangers on the attack. On Van Riemsdyk. Pass right to front of Fox, and a save again by Thompson. Washington the other way for the Caps. Van Riemsdyk. That one gets caught up by the stick of Gavrikov. Fighting for a rebound. And that one will take over to Protas. Protas in the middle, broken by Fox. Fox looks to Will Cooley. Cooley the other way now. Pass to Trocheck. Trocheck, back to Van Riemsdyk. Looks to Roy. Roy finding Sordiv. Sordiv finds Dubois. Dubois with a heavy chance on board. Stops it in front, and again, Dubois finds Van Riemsdyk. Dubois gets right over to the wall and then smacks it. JT Miller, Lafreniere in front. No penalty on the Washington Capitals. And this one goes out of here and finding Ryan Leonard. Ryan Leonard to Sordiv. Sordiv shot saved by Shesterkin. Leonard shot another save by Shesterkin. Borjan to Parsonen. Oh, he's really showing it off as Shesterkin is definitely trying to hold on. That's another big cute save. In front, stop by Thompson. What a great play for the Rangers. And this one is denying the effort nearing the 92nd mark. And now we'll send over to Sticker, who had a better play of the night. Well, thanks, fellas. I really have to say that this is going to definitely say Logan Thompson. He really had started off really good. Playing in for so much of an individualistic on the better recharging effort. And now he's definitely going to have to try to fight for it and get the team to help him out for the win in the first round. To head to the second round, it looks like this is definitely what everybody's been looking for. So far, that Logan Thompson is going to be a better player for the goaltender of the night. Just trust him whenever you need him. Last minute remaining in the third period, Rangers are going to try to get some extra group attacker. And as the Zibanejad got it, the goaltender will be heading to the bench with only 50 seconds remaining. Rebound by Schneider. Here goes Shesterkin. In the penalty box, in the bench, Sandin, Ovechkin, finding Bouveller. Bouveller, sending it deep, and he scores. That all she wrote, partners. Bouveller wins it all. Wow, what a great night. Anthony Bouveller taking a deep shot of it, taking his own time, and he definitely wanted to take over the defenders. He definitely got it going. Well, so far, the fans are really going to start making applause, and now the Capitals, no upset at all.
Capitals goal.
Chick run. Dubois. Fire save by Sturgeon. 30 seconds remaining in the third period. He looks at Dubois. Dubois shot save again by Sturgeon. Wilson battle along from the boards. Florida, Sandin. And they will take some time. They will not need a shot with that piece. Dubois the other way. Chick right shot. Big save by Sturgeon. And with that, that's going to end here. Capitals are moving on to the second round. Smack down the Rangers. And as the Capitals so glorious bringing of the game, Logan Thompson. He's been chargeable for that night. And he's really showing it, but he can definitely do it. That's big win. You have to really pay off this respect for Logan Thompson and the fans. How about we salute to them? They definitely did so well. And now, we can do it all happy and cry. Thank you all very much for here at the game. We can't wait for the second round to be coming back in. Well, that's going to wrap things up. Along with my broadcast partner, along with Sonic Peace, that's me, along with him, Pencil, and Sticker, and the intermission between a boy and a nickel. You've been watching the NHL regular season tournament. So long for now, and good night at District of Columbia. Thanks for watching. Alright, thank you guys so much, and a big win happens to be the Capitals. They definitely win it all. Jacob Chikron with only 1 goal and 2 assists. He only doesn't make that a friendly one to take, but that only just goes right past the goaltender and right in toward the net. But the second star player of the game, on the other hand, we've got Alex Ovechkin. He only makes 3 assists and 5 hits. Doesn't matter if you play it hard enough, but that is a big win to see what gets things through. And tonight's first star of the game, Logan Thompson, with the finishing of Pierre-Luc Dubois of 2 goals and 6 hits. That's definitely a lot of equivalent to see how they're going to get. But the only thing matters with Pierre-Luc Dubois, he makes that, scoring it easily. Well, unfortunately for now, I don't find anything, but as a replacement will be in by, I will now have it over, is Tyler Beast. That's right, fellas. As we've seen things in before, that was a great game. And you got to believe this, to respect on, for the Capitals, the nation is definitely calling, striking red, moves on to the next round. Here's how you did with the final statistics. 60/42 shots on goal for Washington Capitals. And it was 45/36 hits here for the Washington Capitals. 757/537 for the time on attack for Washington Capitals. 89/86 for Washington passing effectiveness, and 31/22 was the Capitals face-off win. So therefore, that ends this part of the night, and we will be here for you for our final game. As for now, thank you, Tyler Beast, for finishing us off. But this being said, Preds and Blackhawks are the last game of the night 2 before we move on to the second round. And therefore, any of these teams will be playing against the Calgary Flames as they already upset the Sharks in for the first night. So with that being said, fellas, thanks for joining us in. And if you're not joining us for the fourth game, we wish you all have a very great night. And thank you for watching for as while as the NHL 26 in regular season tournament dial. This is Tyler Beast and Terry Crews signing out. So long, everyone.
If you don't, somebody will.